I'm Dr. Bill Blatchford, and I have a very exciting announcement to make, and that is Blatchford Solutions. After 30 years of coaching doctors all over the country, we are opening a transition division. Now, we feel we're perfectly positioned to do this because over these 30 years, we have coached somewhere around 3,000 practices to better profitability, better lifestyle, better treatment for their patients. Who knows practices better than we do? The answer is no one. Now, can we help a new doctor buy that practice? Absolutely. We've done hundreds of transitions, and we've actually followed these practices from 2 to 5 years after that transition is made. No one is doing this. Usually a sale is made, and as soon as the commission check is cashed, that's the last you hear from the broker. We've actually followed these practices for several years. We know how to do these transitions. A story I'd like to tell you why I believe that Blatchford Solutions is so well positioned to get into the transition business is a quick story about a doctor in Southern California. Now, this doctor was about 3 years away from selling his practice, and he came to us with the idea of kind of the Retire As You Go program. But I'd like to share some numbers with you. First off, his net was around $300,000. Now, just a rule of thumb that you can think about, the value of your practice is, if you're in an urban area, it's worth roughly 2 times a year's net. Now, what we were able to do with that practice during the 3 years that we worked with him prior to the sale, which is something we're going to offer, you see, through this combination of Blatchford Solutions and Blatchford Transition. So we increased his net by $300,000 in that first year. Now, we did that by several different things. Part of it was scheduling, part of it was case presentation, part of it was efficiency. Now, let's do some math. If you increase your net by $300,000 for 3 years, that's $900,000 of increased net over that 3-year period. Now, in addition to that, when he sold the practice, he was able to sell it for 2 times net, or 2 times 600, and so there was another $600,000. So his return on that coaching program was $1.5 million. Now, that's certainly added to his retirement package. Another thing that Blatchford is really committed to doing is finding the right buyer for your practice. You see, it's not just a matter of finding a dentist who has a bank behind him to loan the money. You want to look at compatibility of the patients, compatibility of the area, compatibility of skills, compatibility of the insurance profile. So there are a lot of things that make it work. And we have seen over the years transitions made and putting doctors, that is buyers, in practices that wasn't even a fit. But the bank was willing to loan the money, so I guess the seller was okay. But I believe that most of you are a little more interested in finding the right buyer for your practice that is going to be successful. If you're a doctor who is thinking about selling your practice in the next year to 5 years, first off, you're going to get paid based on the profit of that practice. We can probably add $150,000 of profit to that practice over the next 12 months. That means when you sell your practice, you get that $150,000, plus you get an additional $300,000 price for that practice. So if that's the stage you're at, please call us.